guys, and welcome to Girl Time Chit Chat. It's one of my favorite things that we do because I kind of feel like we're connecting, on a different level. I'm sorry I've been absent. Um, it's just been a crazy month with so much stuff that I'll update you on here. But we're going to talk about some really cool things like Jon Bon Jovi, an outstanding thing that he did. You probably already heard about it. Wanted to talk about cooking on the boat, my CT scan results, and what we need to do now. And Dear Abby 911. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for stopping in to have a little girl time chit chat with me. But Dear Abby 911 at yahoo.com, and Abby is spelled ABBY. And what it is where you would share any challenges that you're having, and I present it anonymously to the group, so I don't name names or anything. And because this is such a helpful community that has gotten me through the darkest of times and the hardest of times, I thought I would share them with other people too, because they're so helpful. So if you have an issue or a challenge, please write to DearAbby911 at yahoo.com. It comes to me. Give me your challenge and sign it anonymously with like, I love cats, or my kids are driving me crazy or something like that. Okay, so let's get started. Did you hear what Jon Bon Jovi did? So this woman was so desperate. God love her. And she was going to jump off a bridge and kind of end it all. And he was filming, I think, one of his new videos close by and heard about it. And he stopped all productions and he went to the bridge to try to help this woman. And it's all on video. Not that he was taking it or his team was taking it, but other people, that were involved were filming it. Anyway, ended up on YouTube. And if you just Google Jon Bon Jovi saves girl from jumping off the bridge, it will come up, and it's so beautiful. I mean, I have always loved him. I haven't made any secret of that. But you know what I love the most about him? Yes, he's cute and he sings great. But what I love most about him, I kind of want to be like him, where he, no matter what life has given him, good and bad, he has stayed true to himself, married his high school sweetheart, no drugs, no alcohol, really did things his way. And he's just a good old Jersey boy and has stayed that way. Anyway, my whole thing in telling you this was, I don't know if you saw it or not, the video. Go to YouTube after you watch this. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, because it makes YouTube and Facebook think people like me. And it helps. And I get paid that way too, without dipping into your pocket, which I hate when that happens. And I'm sure you do too. So anyway, go watch the video, and it's so heart-wrenching. In the end, he gets her off the bridge and he's hugging her and holding her, and there's just so much like there's so much hopefulness and joy, and not in the fact that this woman was wanting to end her life. It was just that is so heart-wrenchingly sad. But the fact that people will come together to help other people, no matter who they are, no matter what they are, they're just there to help. And it was just so inspiring. And so I wanted to share it with you. Again, just Google it and it'll come right up, because it just happened. Okay, so another cool thing is I have all these new recipes that I want to share with you on the boat, when I cook on the boat. And here's why I haven't been sharing recipes. Kind of felt like my repertoire was getting a little stale, but more importantly, I was on a boat. I've been on a boat for 3 years, and I was thinking in my head that why would people with a regular kitchen in a home want to know how I cook on a boat? Well, then it dawned on me that so many of my new recipes that I have for the boat are something that would work for busy moms, for women that, you know, get home from work and they're just too tired to cook, because a lot of my recipes are quick, they're easy, and can be frozen. Like I have this outstanding ziti recipe, cooked ziti recipe that I'm trying to share with you, that I'm just going to batch cook. What I do typically is I batch cook on the boat. I'll spend a day cooking. I'll make bread. I'll make taquito rolls. I'll make pasta dishes. I'll make all this stuff, fajitas, stir fry, and then I freeze it. And then when Chris and I and the crew are done sailing, we're always so tired, just too tired to cook. So it's so easy to just get these things out of the freezer, pop them in the oven, and dinner's ready. And it's home cooked. These are home cooked meals. It's not fast food. They're nutritious. We'll get into that in a little bit. Nutritious ingredients. So all of this stuff, and I thought, you know what? Maybe my girls would want to see it. So I'm going to shoot a couple of them once I get back on the boat. That'll be in a couple weeks. And hopefully. And you let me know what you think, if it's something you can use in your life and stuff. And if you like it, and I can see that people are enjoying it and like it, then I'll keep doing it. If not, I won't, you know, be shoving it down your throat once a week. Okay, now down to the CT scan. So no tumors. I've got no new leukemia tumors. My breast exam came out clear. So I'm 3 years safe. You try to get to 5. But what they did find was, in their verbiage, severe blockage. And I have this artery that runs through my spleen and abdomen that is severely blocked. They didn't use the word blocked. Severe, I forget, but that's what it meant. And they found some other vascular issues and arterial issues. So I'm going to see the vascular cardiologist at Penn State near here, Pennsylvania, New Cumberland, Hershey, Camp Hill, I think they are. I'm going to see them on the 11th, and the doctor that I spoke to, he said, nothing's life-threatening, so you won't die before the 11th. So I had chest pain and stomach pain and all this acid reflux and burping, but we don't know if that's because I was taking all those medicines to kill the tooth pain. So in a nutshell, I'll keep you updated with that, but so far so good. And then the 11th, I'll be going to those specialists. It's all very confusing for everyone because there's lots of layers. Like when I had all the tooth pain, I actually was taking 21 pills a day for 3 weeks of Advil, Motrin, Aleve, that stuff. So my stomach did get all ripped up, but honestly, it was all I could do to keep from screaming in pain from the cement that was in my face. And you guys know that whole story. So that's what's going on. I'm sorry I took so long to, you know, reveal that and share that, but that's because I'm just learning it as we go as well. Okay, our Dear Abby. I only have one today that I want to share because it's very, there's a lot to it. And we really need to, I'm kind of lost on this one. Where are you, honey? Okay, let me get my glasses on. You guys can help us with this. Remind me later. Stop doing that. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. I had it and then. Okay. Hi, Antonella. She, first of all, which I won't read all this, but she just really says so many kind things about all the trouble I was having with Facebook. So here's my question. Here's my question for you and friends. I'm a mom to a precious 4-year-old little girl. I left her dad while I was pregnant. I was an emotionally abusive relationship that I was scared would turn physical abuse. She has never met him. He hasn't expressed any interest in meeting her. I've never forced the issue. When I was pregnant with her, he wanted me to have an abortion, and after she was born, he made it clear that he did not want to be involved in her life. She is realizing that most people have a mom and a dad in their life. She is starting to ask questions about her dad, where her dad is, and why she doesn't see him. I struggle to answer these questions. I don't want to say anything bad about him because I feel like that will only hurt her. It's true. At this point, I don't really know what to say. My go-to response of every family is different, and then redirecting the conversation to all of the people who love her just isn't cutting it anymore. I would love suggestions on how to have this hard conversation and how to best support her through it. Seeing her sadness at not having a dad in my life, in her life, breaks my mama heart. I would do anything to make it better. God bless. Now, she signed a name, but I won't say it. But obviously she'll know when she sees this that it's from us. The first thing I want to say is absolutely, positively reach out to a child therapist and psychologist and explain to them what you just said here. And the reason why I say this is because it's one thing where you and I and this group is helping each other out. We're all adults. But here we're dealing with a child. And nobody here wants to mess that up, including myself. I don't want to give advice that would then go on top of a child. I'm okay with giving you my thoughts on, how this person's doing, that person's doing, we're all chiming in. Not a child. I think with a child, we're going to need professional advice on this. And I would reach out to 3 of them. I never want to take one professional's advice. I would take 3. And so my heart, and I'm sure everyone's heart, goes out to you for what you're going through. And God love you. I feel like everything you've already done is so good and so right, in that you're redirecting and saying all families are different, and then pointing out to her all the people that do love her, and never saying a bad thing about her father, even though you could, and some people do, but you shouldn't. And you're right to do that because you're only hurting her, so you're correct there. I think what you've done so far is remarkable and commendable, and you should be proud of. But where to go from here and reaching out to friends and whatnot, we got to get professionals involved in how you would word this to her, what you would say to her, if you should say anything to her. Obviously, I have my own thoughts, but I'm not going to share them because, again, we're talking about a child here. And I would say, too, that, the folks here that chime in, please keep that in the very front of your head, that we're talking about advice for a child. So I just wanted to put that out there. Please keep me updated through DearAbby911@yahoo.com, because it's concerning to me, and I'm scared and I worry a lot. Okay, so that is our girl time chit chat. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't have any more issues. You guys have been wonderful taking me through the change up of my meds, the root canals, the cement in my face, the CT scan, the breast scan, the Oh my God. The Facebook nightmare where they took away my other page because they didn't believe it was me. I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to. All right, you guys. That's it for Girl Time Chit Chat this week. And I hope that you tune in next week. Bye-bye.